Okay, so this week, week 3, we're going to be doing charts E and F, nouns and pronouns. So everybody has their chart E out, and I go over the definition. So I say, a noun names a person, place, thing, activity, or idea. And then I would chant that a few times. A noun names a person, place, thing, activity, or idea. A noun names a person, place, thing, activity, or idea. What is a noun name? What is a noun name? And so forth. A few times. And then we move on to the noun usages. One thing really quick on these charts, I try not to spend too much time on them because we have tasking to do. And we want to make sure that we save plenty of time for tasking at the end so that they can fully understand the tasking, because that's the whole rest of the year. And these charts are really about memorizing the charts and not so much using a lot of examples and things like that. But anyway, back to chart E. So then we have the noun usages. And for the noun usages, there's this big rectangle. And it's divided into almost half. And the top half is divided because the top half are also the Latin noun cases, like we learned cycle 1, week 1. So that's kind of why it's divided. Well, I use that division to help them learn this with using Super Spido and his sidekick, Pona. Okay? And the kids really love that. And we pretend like we're at a football game or some kind of big event, big soccer game. And we get really excited, and I get to be a cheerleader for a few minutes, and the kids get up on their feet, and we cheer, okay? So we have Super Spido, yay! Okay, so first I'm going to teach you guys the moves for the letters, and then we're going to cheer Super Spido on, okay? So we have S, subject, okay? And then I'll say, give me a P, possessive noun adjective. Okay, you're possessing, you're grabbing something, you're being possessive. I, indirect object, the sign language for I. D, direct object. And O, object of the preposition. So I would yell, and you guys repeat after me, the kids will repeat after me. I would say, Super Spido, woo! Give me an S, subject. Give me a P, possessive noun adjective. Give me an I, indirect object. Give me a D, direct object. Give me an O, object of the preposition. Woo, Spido! Oh, here comes the sidekick Pona. Cheer for Pona, yay Pona! And I don't have moves for Pona. We just yell for Pona, so it's not too confusing with too many moves. We yell for him like we have a megaphone, okay? So here comes sidekick Pona. Give me a P, predicate nominative. Give me an O, object complement noun. Give me an N, noun of direct address. Give me an A, all positive. Woo, Pona. Okay, and we would do that a couple of times, and then I would tell the kids to practice that at home, and next week we'll cheer together as review, okay? So, and then they also need to try and learn at home the abbreviations, because that's what they'll be using when they start tasking, okay? All right, and then we move down to the noun attributes. So just quickly going through them, we have common, just kind of slouchy, okay? Proper, straighten your tie. Singular is one. Plural. Concrete, you stomp your foot down if you can't see my foot, okay? Concrete. And abstract, kind of crazy. And collective, you're collecting things. And compound. I use the same compound symbol or move that I do for chart A. You have two words brought together, compound. And then I go quickly just go through those again. So common was non-specific. Example, boy, child, dog, okay? Proper, specific requires a capital letter. Cameron, Mrs. Butchko, okay? Classical conversations, all right? Rover. Singular means one, okay? Boy. Plural is more than one, boys. And concrete can be experienced with the 5 senses. Stomp your foot is something that you can touch. Floor, desk, pencil, okay? Sky, anything that you can use your senses to experience. And then abstract is a concept that you can't use your senses to experience, like loyalty or freedom. And then collective is a group composed of members, pack of dogs, a class. And compound are two words joined together like dog, house to make one word. Okay, so that's chart E. They'll work on that at home more and memorize that. And then we move on to chart F, so pronouns. And I don't have special moves or anything really for this chart. It's just about memorizing this chart. And CC connected, cycle 2 is almost all the grammar is about pronouns. So from week 2 to week 13, you'll find songs that will help you memorize this entire chart, okay? So if you want to work on it that way at home, or just through copy work, or just through chanting, or however it helps to at home. So I go over the definition. A pronoun replaces a noun in order to avoid repetition. Said a few times. A pronoun replaces a noun in order to avoid repetition. What does a pronoun do? It replaces a noun, okay? Have them repeated a few times. So, and then just real quick, I would just verbally just give an example. I would say, Sam invited Sam's friend to his house to play. Okay? We use Sam's name twice. It's repetitive and unnecessary. So what do we use? How else could we say that sentence? Sam invited his friend over to play. So his is the pronoun. It's replacing Sam in order to avoid repetition. Okay? And that's really all I would spend on that, because we'll be spending more time on that later, outside of doing the chart. So when I'm going through just the chart, I just want to quickly go through it. So now for pronouns, we have this huge box of personal pronouns. They're the most common types of pronouns. So the way that we memorize it is the types of personal pronouns are, we go across the top, subjective or nominative pronouns. And they would just repeat after me and chant everything that I say and follow along with their finger on their own chart. Adjective pronouns, possessive pronouns, possessive pronoun adjectives, and reflexive pronouns. And they would just memorize those just by chanting and copying and so forth, okay? And then we're going down the left-hand side to our pronoun order, all right? We have first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, and that's also masculine, feminine, or neuter. And then we have first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. And then we memorize the actual pronouns going down under the top. So we have the subjective or nominative pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. And like I said, there's songs to help memorize those, if that's helpful. And then the objective pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. And we would just memorize those like that, okay? And one little trick is for the reflexive pronouns is they all end in self. So reflexive, like you're looking at a mirror, okay? You're being selfish, okay? You're always looking at yourself, okay? Selfish, they all end in self, okay? Myself, yourself, himself, all right? And then at the bottom, we have other types of pronouns. They are demonstrative pronouns, and they would just repeat after me. Interrogative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, and relative pronouns. And they would memorize those types of pronouns. Once again, there are songs on CC Connected to help with those. All right, so that's it.